Today we are at Lurie's Children Memorial Hospital. We're having a 2014 LGBTQ Youth Summit for Homelessness. And our goal is to just bring this social issue to the forefront, make more people aware, give people a general idea of some of the issues that are out there that are creating this cycle of homelessness, and listening to some of the stories and hoping that we can come up with a strategic plan to end youth homelessness.
And why is youth homelessness important?
Why is youth homelessness important? Youth homelessness is important because every person needs and deserves to have a place to live, a place where they can go and rest safely. Everyone deserves and need to have a safe space. And the safest...
Can we have you move along, please? Thanks. No, it's first. Will you start again?
Okay. Okay, question. You asked me a question again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So why is the issue of youth homelessness important, especially in the LGBT community?
Well, the issue of why is the homelessness is important in the LGBTQ community here, because as LGBT community members, we notice that there are a lot of youth who have been disowned by family, have been subjected to a life of street life, and for that reason, these children are without a safe place to live, a safe place to go and get their thoughts together, a safe place to go and relax mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, as well as build upon their skills, their strengths, and talents for a greater person in the future. And so today we're hoping to just bring these issues to the forefront and let as many people in this world know that we have homeless youth out here, and it's not fair for them to be homeless, regardless if they are LGBTQ, heterosexual, gender nonconforming, black, white, purple, gray. It does not matter. No youth, no person deserves to be homeless.
Thank you. Now, so what are we looking to accomplish or to change today? Again, I come back to I don't know if you already addressed that. Mm-hmm. Have you already addressed that?
No. What are we looking to accomplish? What are we looking to gain from here today? What are we looking to accomplish here today? We are just hoping that we can collaborate with each other, with one another, and like I said, bring forth the issues that have created this cycle of homelessness for each and every individual that falls into the homeless category. And we want to present those issues to our politicians, our lawmakers, and give them something to work with so they can revise and revamp some of their political structure and build their political structure around our homeless youth.
So who's all involved here? You mentioned politicians. Will you talk about the community and everyone around that who's here to support this cause here today?
Yes. Who's all involved in this cause? We have a ton of sponsors that made this possible for us today. I would be in bukus of trouble if I don't mention everyone, but I can just say that we have at least 20 to 30 sponsors that all came together to make sure that we had this safe place to meet and greet and exchange our views, opinions, strengths, and weaknesses on the issue of homelessness.
Why is this issue important to you?
Why is this issue important to
Why
me?
is youth homelessness important to me?
Why is youth homelessness important to me? Youth homelessness is important to me because I was once a youth and I went through the same issues as a youth. I was rejected by my family. I had nowhere to turn but to the streets. And in turn of turning to those streets, I found myself living a life of crime, drugs, sex trade, violence, and abuse. And it took me years to turn my life around and get myself together. So it's very important to me that these children don't have to walk in the same paths that I have walked in, that they have the opportunity to develop as a trans man, trans woman, gender nonconforming, professional, healthy adult. That's why it's so important to me.
So how does it feel to be a facilitator, someone who can guide them through the process, having been through the process yourself? You know, what's it like? What feelings come up for you when you're standing in front of everyone?
What does it feel like being a facilitator and a guider for these youth? It feels like love. It feels like love. It feels like I'm giving a part of me. I'm not holding anything back. I'm giving all that I have to give so that someone else could have a better path, so that someone else could have a healthier structure today.
And thank you. One last thing. So if you have a message that you would like to send out to all the homeless youths out there.
Yes.
Basically, if you had to tell yourself, you know, when you were in that situation where you were out in the streets, you know, what, like being you today, what would you say to that person, to Monica back then? And go ahead and talk to the camera because, you know, there are people out there right now who are in that situation, right? Okay. And so what would you say to them?
What would I say to the homeless youth and people out there today? I would say hold yourself together as best as you possibly can. Get out, network, utilize all your human resource centers. Take advantage of every opportunity that they give you to meet and greet with new resource centers, network. Bring yourself up to the best of your ability to present yourself as though you're ready to go to work that very minute that you meet someone from those resource centers. Do your best to bring yourself to a point where you show that you mean business, and they will respect your business, they will respect your diligence and persistence, and they will help you find somewhere to live. Just keep your faith.
And if you could sum all that up in a sentence or two, go ahead and do that again. And sum it all up. What is the core message? If you had to say one thing, you got 10 seconds to say it.
If I had to say one thing and I had 10 seconds to say it, to all my homeless people, there's help on the way. Continue to be strong and find your way toward help. That's about all I can say.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? That's just
well, I mean, I definitely want to just say that I am so grateful to see that LGBTQ youths, LGBTQ issues are taking center stage today. And now I'm just looking toward the future for the results of all this dialogue. I'm praying that it's going to turn into something great. Yeah. Thank you.